1985 Mazda RX7. So being an 85, this is one of the very last. So the Gen 3s of the Mark 1s. If you're from the Northeast, you may actually recognize this car. It's been part of the Hodgson Mazda collection. It's been on display in their Gateshead showroom for quite a few years. So they've specifically chose this car because they're of the belief that it's never been apart, never been restored, engine's never been out, that sort of stuff. I have had a good pour over the car this morning, good dig underneath and all that sort of stuff. And I do tend to think that they're definitely correct on that one. But what I would always suggest for something like that is come and have a look at it, make your own mind up. I'm going to show you everything I can now. If there's anything specific else you want to see that we've maybe missed, again, give us a shout. We can send you more photos, videos. You're welcome to come and see the car yourself, or if you can't get to it, we can do video calls, anything you might need. Right, let's start with the bodywork. So if we start on this driver's side, you can see it is nice and straight going down that full driver's side. It's not wavy, it's not full of filler. Your panel gaps are all lovely and straight and even all the way down. This front wing, it's that lower section here again, will be a bit of a minefield for stone chips, but as you can see, it's lovely and clean. If we're being really picky, there's a tiny little ding just here. You can only just see it, but it is there. Obviously, if you stand at normal height, we've got to get right down to see it. Inside this arch is lovely and solid all the way around. If you put your finger in, you can feel a nice sharp lip all the way around, and you can see just how clean it is going all the way around there. It's on the original polished faced wheels with 4 matching tyres on it. Rest of that wing, it's all lovely and straight all the way down. It's got the red coach stripe which starts at the front here, and again nice and even all the way down. No waviness or anything like that, and then it obviously finishes as it goes under the spoiler. You've got the original RX7 badging on there as well. All the lights, even just things like they've got the original stamps and everything on them. That's always good to see. All nice and straight along the bottom of the wing there, and onto that sill again, lovely and clean all the way down. It could do with a good wipe down, which we'll do. And then underneath, it's not caked in inches of under seal or anything like that. Nice honest car under there. Coming down this driver's side, again, the plastic's all the way down and nice and even. They're not faded. It's had the pampered life of living in the showroom for a long time. So none of this stuff gets sort of faded or dried out or covered in back to black or anything like that. Look at the rest of the sill from here. Then obviously this seam here will be a bit of a corrosion hotspot, but that's all nice and tidy. Rest of the door, lovely and tidy. Coming up that pillar, that's all good. And then round onto this rear arch again. Lovely and sharp all the way around. You can see really, really good. A little speck of dirt here and there. It's just been driven down the road into here. But we'll get all that cleaned off. Lovely and clean on that wheel as well. And then you're moving around onto this rear quarter. You've got this huge rubber spoiler. Again, it's nice and soft. It's not dried out or faded anywhere. Obviously, people will open and close the boots with these things, but that's all good. And then you've got the recess where the aerial pops out as well. Coming back up, you've got this small plastic trim again around here is nice and tidy. And this is sort of a 3-piece boot, so the actual middle section lifts, whereas these are fixed. Around this one's nice and clean all the way around. Around the hinges are all good. It's got the glass top in, but we do have the metal piece that fits instead as well. So again, we've got that in lovely condition, as you can see. All the teeth are nice and clean. Underneath, you've got that nice red headlining. All good, and it comes with the wallet it goes in and the straps to secure it. So obviously you can choose whether you've got a glass or a metal one. If we're going to be picky on the glass one, the sort of metal screw caps could do with a little cleaning of paint. They've got a little bit of sort of paint flake on them. Roof-wise, along the front of the screen is lovely and tidy. There's no sign of any stone chips there at all. Really, really good. Again, from here you can have another look. Back up that driver's side. Round onto the back here. You can see both tail lights. Nice and bright, no sign of any moisture or anything in those. Along the bottom of the spoiler, that's all good. Bumper sits nice and straight and even. And then underneath, really, really good. Nice and clean. No sign of any corrosion. See the tank and everything, the exhaust, all really, really good. Rest of the sort of this panel where the screen meets. Again, lovely and clean. Nice and straight all the way around there. Obviously, like I say, they chose this car because it's not the sort of over-restored example, it's nice and original. And then the lower half of that valance on the passenger side, nice and tidy. If you look at this side, nice and straight. Panel gaps are all nice and even as well. This rear passenger arch, again, lovely and sharp all the way around, lovely and clean and tidy in there, as you can see. Another good wheel and tyre. Pinstripe on this side is just as good as the other side. Coming up here, that's all nice and clean. All the glass is nice and clear. Mazda stamped, as you'd expect. And then same on this side with this seam, all good here. And then have a look along there. Nice and clean and tidy. Underneath the car, lovely. Obviously never seen any salt. Normally these sort of British supplied versions of Japanese cars rot away, so they are pretty rare now. Don't remember the last time I saw a Mark 1 RX7 on the road. This front wing, it's all lovely and clean, nice and sharp in the arch again. Same badging as the other side, all the same stamps on the indicators. You've got a little mark in the paint there, which actually if you rub your fingers over, you kind of feel it is on top of the paint, so a good polisher might be able to take that out by the looks of things. But you can just see it on the top of the wing there. It's almost like it's got a bit of dirt or something trapped on it. And then coming down the front, lovely and straight all the way around where it meets the bumper again, nice and even. If we look underneath there, you can see that's really, really good under there. Lovely and clean. All the plastics sit in neatly. Obviously you've got your pop-up headlights, which we'll show you in a second. And then onto the bonnet, which again is nice and straight, no ripples or dents. It's all the same colour white all the way around, which is nice. And then coming along the bottom of that windscreen, really, really good. Move on to the interior. So it's white on the outside with a red stripe, and then obviously a red interior, which as you can see is in really, really good condition. All the door shuts, great all the way around. Even got like the correct PSI stickers, which are lovely and clean. They're not faded or anything like that. All the plastics on the sills are good. Carpet sets, they don't have any ingrained dirt. Even this plastic heel pad is good. Load of electric bits in this one, so you've got electric mirrors and boot release and fuel release. Heated screens. You've got your lights, which obviously if we turn the ignition on, hit the button, you can see fly up nice and quick. Down nice and even all the way down. This car is showing 73,000 miles. If you check the description, we'll detail what we know about where it's been, its history, all that sort of stuff. No sign of any real wear on that steering wheel. Same goes for the gear stick, handbrake. This sort of center console's all lovely and tidy. All the buttons are nice and bright. Got your correct original stereo in there. On the top of the dash is good. And then this driver's seat, really, really good. No sign of any wear on the bolsters at all. Really, really good. Nothing at all to whinge about there. Backs of the seats, they're good. Don't think anyone really used the back seats on these, but they've not been sat there kicking those, that's for sure. And this lovely red headlining is really, really tidy. No sign of any wear at all. You've got your little sun deflector there as well, which sits on top of the sunroof. Go around the passenger side and then we'll have a look in the boot. Again, lovely and clean on that door card. Door shuts on this side. Are all really nice and tidy. Same story on the seat, no wear at all. The carpet set's lovely and clean. Dash is really tidy. All exactly as I expect. I mean, this is the right sort of standard for something to sit in a showroom, isn't it? So if we move into the boot, so like I said, you've got this separate three-piece glass setup. If we're being really picky, those rams are a little bit weak. If you don't get it all the way up, it won't sit up too happy. It's got the load cover, which pulls in and out nice and easy. We've got these straps, which they sit over the top of the wallet with the roof in to hold it in place. And then obviously you've got this nice carpet set. All the plastics around the outside of the boot are all lovely and clean. Backside there, really, really good. Got this bracket here, which holds the load cover. And then under here, You've got a full-size spare, which again is lovely and clean. You can lift some of this sound deadening up, and again you can see no signs of any trapped moisture or anything like that. A little bit of dust, but other than that, nice and clean and tidy. That press doesn't have a proper look. There you go. Pop all that back in place, nice and easy. Then we'll pop the bonnet and have a look under there. So you'll have to excuse the dodgy camera work for a second. So under here, you'll see you've got that famous rotary engine, correct Mazda blue air cap on the top, strut tops and everything, and inner wings are all lovely and clean. It's obviously sat in a showroom, like I mentioned, for quite a while, so it does want a little bit of a detail and a cleaning here. Sat with the bonnet shut for years. Really, really nice and tidy in there. Underside of the bonnet's all lovely. Has just been serviced by the Mazda technicians before it came out, which is why it started straight away on the button. Sings away. Nothing dodgy flying out the exhaust. Give it a very light rev. We're not going to rev the nuts off it because it is cold. Again, same story. Nothing flying out the back. Lovely and smooth under there. And then if we look at the dash, you'll see it's charging nicely. There's no sign of any warning lights. It's got good oil pressure. Even the clock works with the right time. What more could you possibly want? So there you go. 1985 Mazda RX7 Gen 3 Mark 1. If you've got any questions, please get in touch. Like I say, you can come and view the car in person. If you can't get to us, we can do video calls. We can send you extra photos or videos, whatever you might need. Just let us know. Thank you.